science class. Welcome to our classroom for the next couple weeks. Unfortunately, looks a little bit different. It's actually my living room, but hopefully it'll still be just like we're in class together, except you can actually mute me here and you can't mute me in the classroom as much as you would like to. I'm hoping there was at least a small chuckle. I'm actually really hoping that you're just watching these videos and I'm not putting these on YouTube for no reason, because that would make me really sad. So I'm hoping when I check these, there's at least 5 views. There should be at least 5 views. There's 5 of you. Please do your homework. All right, so anyway, before I get upset about this, we're gonna talk about matter. So remember, matter is anything that takes up space or volume. So always ask yourself, do you take up space? Do you have a mass? Congratulations, you matter. Such a good joke. I know you guys are gonna... Will's sitting behind the camera and he just shook his head. I don't know why I deal with him. All right, so matter is broken down into 2 things. The first thing we break matter down into is a mixture. All right, so a mixture is something that can be separated. So a mixture can be separated. And then we're going to separate that into 2 other categories. The first one is heterogeneous. And then the other is homogeneous. So I'm going to actually draw you some examples and show them to you. So in a heterogeneous mixture, hetero, again, remember, means different. So if you look at a heterogeneous mixture, you can see all the different components. So some examples of this would be Chex Mix, a salad, concrete when you look at it. If you go to the beach and you pick up sand, anything that when you pick it up, it's gonna look different and you can take and look at things differently. The next thing is gonna be homogeneous. So the difference with that is gonna be you can't tell the difference. So that is gonna be something like Kool-Aid, milk, salt water, things that you can't see the different parts of them. So when I show you this, you can see that in the homogeneous mixture, it's just the solid color red. And then in the heterogeneous, it's all these different shapes, colors, sizes. So a mixture can be separated. So we can break mixtures down even more. The first thing that we're going to break down even more is we're going to talk about a colloid. So a colloid is, it's mixed together well, but it's not totally dissolved. It's kind of cloudy. So that's our first one. And then the pieces are going to be kind of large. And then they're going to be permanently suspended. Suspended is kind of like hanging in the liquid. And again, they look kind of cloudy when you separate them. The next thing that we're going to talk about is a solution. So a solution has a couple parts to it. We have the solvent and the solute. So the solvent is what we are going to be doing the dissolving. And the solute is what we're getting rid of, basically. That makes sense. So water is usually our solvent. Dissolving. And solute is, and usually the solute is a solid. So when we have our beaker here, we have our water, and then we can put something into the water, and when we mix it up, that's when we get this nice solution, this even mixture. So that's just a very, very, very brief introduction of mixtures. So remember, we have heterogeneous and homogeneous, and then we can break up homogeneous even more. We can say there's a colloid, and then we can say that there's a solution. Colloids are cloudy, colloid, cloudy, and then solutions are clear. The next thing we're going to talk about, you guys should be more familiar with, is a pure substance. There's two types of pure substances. The first is the smaller one, and based on our study of the periodic table, you should feel confident with this. It's the element. So the element is just one atom, and it's the smallest, most pure unit of matter. You cannot break it down anymore. It's the smallest it can be. Remember, any of these are going to be on your periodic table. I just wrote down a few: hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. And then the next one you guys seem to be struggling a little bit with before we took our little break, it's the compound. So a compound is any atoms that are chemically bonded together. The common one that you guys always think of is water. So it's two or more atoms that are bound or stuck together. So if I were to draw water, remember water's equation is H2O. When I do my atom math, that means there's 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen for 1 molecule of water. So if I draw that, it looks like an upside down Mickey Mouse. And right here's my compound. I have oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen. H2O, it's my compound. If I was to have a glass of water, I can't point at my glass of water and go, oh, there's the oxygen, there's the hydrogen. It doesn't really work that way. Very sorry, Frankie wanted to clearly talk about this. So, hydrogen and oxygen bound together is a compound. Can't break it apart, but it still is a pure substance. Because if I take a glass of water and I look at it, I can't say that parts of the water are more watery than others, or parts are more hydrogen-y and more oxygen-y than others. So that is that. That is our bit about matter. That's as far into this as that we're going to get. You do have one assignment for today. I'm not going to go through it with you. It is pictures of matching matching bits of matter with the terms. You should be able to do it when you submit it. I will correct it for you and resubmit it back to you. And then the beginning of tomorrow's video, I will go over it with you guys. And then, so it's like 5 questions. It's super short, so it shouldn't take you that long. If you do have questions, please feel free to email me, remind me, whatever you need. You guys can do this. Please focus. It is important. If you have questions, you know we're here for you. And you guys can see that Frankie is also just going to hang out with us for the next couple weeks while we're hanging out inside. All right, bye guys. Talk to you soon.